Last time on the Great Ace Attorney. Joan, have they gone?
Recording.
Can we talk about the secret things yet, Joan? Joan, I want to talk to you about the secret things. Have they left?
No, not yet, sir.
Make them leave, Joan. I need to talk about the secrets.
You told them to see themselves out. I'm not moving from this
the
spot.
secrets, Joan, they can't wait.
You'll just have to wait.
The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, God! What is the matter with you, Joan?
It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
Oh! But I don't know the Barry woman.
After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Disillusion Plays, the Great Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. Just before we jump in, if you like what we do, why don't you hit that like button, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell.
Ding-a-ling.
And with that, let's get into the game. Who are we going to see? Oh, no!
After the sparks of marital discord flew, this house was the scene of a fire.
After the sparks of marital discourse flew.
Discourse?
Discourse? Discourse? Disco? Dingo?
Here we go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor?
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bloody thing.
Well, that happened to be at about 5 p.m. when our client was supposedly seen killing somebody.
I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
He is really going the right way for another slap.
Oh, you painted...
Is his wife the old stick?
You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
Yeah, he's calling Joan an old stick.
That's sympathy for you.
It didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bloody furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
Over there, Mr. Garadeb.
Well, you should have... Oh my God, why?
Uh-oh. It's contagious.
This is it. It's already begun. Well, you have nothing more to hide now. If you'll allow me... Good gracious! I had all my favorite novels in that case.
Case? The case is...
In that bookshelf. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh. Up in smoke.
Gosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite. The book called The Lion's Pride.
Of course.
The Lion's Pride. Ah, yes. Your notorious love of big cats coming through again. Again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage.
Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again.
With
a little bit of persuasion.
Beg pardon? It can only be described as a great British wonder. I am squealing with boyish excitement, having borne witness to such amazing conclusions in real time.
Okay.
Rip Taylor.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere. And the old stick in full fettle.
That's so funny.
Pete,
It's the phrase.
What the hell does fettle mean?
Full fettle.
I presume-
Basically in full swing.
Yeah,
basically.
I was going to say, like, yeah.
She was like in proper like full on rage mode, basically.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think.
So it's exactly the same time as the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. And I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
I'm going to quickly sip my tea before it ends up in my lap.
That Adam's apple makes me so uncomfortable. It's so pointy.
I think somebody's going to get some tea in the lap.
I mean, maybe.
Oh! That little slap.
Is that... Mr. Sholmes, are you perfectly all right?
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. What can I do for you?
Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garridib's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that!
Oh, my boy! Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only 2 categories, those relevant to the case and those not.
Helpful.
That makes no sense to me.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over.
Oh no! Is it that time already?
If we were to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
Yay! Paperwork!
Oh, so that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garridib.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry.
Thank you both very much for your time.
Soseki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer.
Okay, and hopefully they will be leaving any moment now. Hopefully.
I hope so, because I haven't finished with you yet, Mr. Garridib. Who's this Bloody Mary, then?
Hey, wait, didn't we go to prison? Why is it taking us to Briar Road?
Did you click prison?
I did. I think so. I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't know, I wasn't looking at the screen.
I'm pretty darn sure I clicked prison. This is not prison, this is Briar Road. It was a false choice.
It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison.
It's like,
Well, we were trying to.
like,
I was trying.
we were trying to like Naruto run over, and that you've stopped us. You've stopped us to be like, we need to go to prison. It's like, we know!
You mean Naruhodo? Run.
Oh, Taylor, get out.
I was thinking it, but I didn't.
Yes,
say
I
it.
know. Let's hail a car. Oh.
What's the matter?
It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garadeb's house, which is strange because we've only just left there and we probably would have noticed on our way out rather than whatever.
My goodness.
Oh God.
Okay, Taylor. Well, I guess who wants this?
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers.
Oh no. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking nimmy-pinny? Was he nimny-pimney? Nimny-pimney?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you...
My God, he's got a strong jaw.
What are you on about?
He didn't skip chin day at the gym. Excuse me.
Hey, what the... Who are you now?
I'm sorry. It just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
Shut, no,
Hey,
no.
a lawyer?
Oh, damn it. If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law.
Fine. I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
I hope. Right, well, we've got the Ginyu Force.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Do I look like a blooming nun to you?
Oh, so his thing is that he just quotes Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Good.
He's so fabulous.
Oh.
I do hope you're not injured.
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about?
Do you think Ryunosuke is going to get jealous if he talks to Susato like that much more?
There are more things in heaven and earth. Wait a minute.
I've just said that.
This seems familiar. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either.
Do you think Susato will recognize
Sato, he seems a little bit confused. Perhaps we should vacate the premises.
Maybe she'll recognize it. Oh, it is Shakespeare.
Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garadeb residence?
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Oh, tragedy! For it is a place far below that of my stature.
Woe is me.
And yet the slings and arrows of a poor wage have left me bereft of better accommodation.
He looks like he's got.
Mr.
He
Garadeb.
looks like he's got bells on the bottom of his outfit.
It probably is.
I think he does. I think those are like little jester bells.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does look like it.
Mr. Garadeb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man.
It's like, dude, will you please close your mouth? You're catching flies,
Do
sir.
you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes. A gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist. Polemist? Polemist. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words ne'er could there be. Sorry? Battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. No homo, though.
Oh no! I don't want to think about that.
I see.
I I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least.
I do like Susato's sort of like deflated slouch, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so it's so confusing. What is
It's just kind of a cute little animation.
what is going on? What is this nonsense?
So, fair maiden, so good gentlemen, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well.
I
Okay.
didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room.
It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. Thank heavens. With Soseki-san, that man as large as the Gerodep house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage.
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return.
Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Now, does Pete remember the voice from Mr. Natsume?
I was literally thinking
A
that.
lot of shaking.
I know. I know how it goes. It's like this. Hello. Oh, you're back. Oh, I didn't think you were ever going to return. Yes.
Twitching man.
Oh, God. There, I can see. Wait. Hold on a minute. I recognize you. I feel like I've seen you before.
I know
It's
your
you.
face.
You're here. You came. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. Is it Locum or Locum?
Locum.
Locum student.
I think it's Locum.
Mr. Naruhodo, Hodo, Esquire.
Hodo.
I can't believe you came back. Oh, I'm so touched.
You look in pain.
I'm so touched.
We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
He looks like a nutcracker when he pulls that
Yeah,
thing.
and I hate it. 'cause
Yes, he does,
I
he
don't
does.
like nutcrackers.
Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble,
Please
nurturing,
don't.
never-failing Nipponese.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot he alliterates.
Oh, no, let's not get carried away. Ha ha.
Oh no!
Oh, that's somebody else.
No, I quite agree.
Who's this?
There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand,
Is that
Say look.
it is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. It's you! The miserable, rotten spy, Erlock Sholmes!
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? When did you get here? As a matter of
I
fact?
have no intention of doing anything, per se. Save observing, of course.
Oh no, we know how well those go. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric... You're right, is it Soseki shaking in the background?
No, just having uncovered some eccentric reading material, and then Soseki looking very nervous. Is just, you know.
Okay.
No, they found my fan fiction. How could they?
Oh no!
Fan fiction, you say?
Oh my goodness! They found my fan fiction! Not my Shakespeare combined with... I can't think of another writer. Tolstoy?
What?
I don't know, I'm just saying some
What?
word.
What did you say?
I said Tolstoy.
Dickens.
Tolstoy.
Dickens.
Is it Tolstoy?
I'm sorry, I thought you said Toy Story.
No. Shakespeare combined Toy Story.
I'm like, that is wrong
Not
on
my,
many levels.
not my fan fiction combining
I
Shakespeare
remember
and
the
Chekhov.
part in. I remember the part in Toy Story where Buzz Lightyear poisoned Woody, and then
Poisoned himself.
You know, he went back and married his wife.
Oh god, now I'm thinking of the scene in friggin' Hot Fuzz as well.
I'm getting so confused.
Poison! I'll kiss my lips! Perhaps some poison doth hang on them.
Perhaps some poison doth hang on him. Oh no! Anyway.
Bang!
Okay, anyway.
Sorry.
And having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested family is faring.
Friend, not family.
Divested.
Friend.
Oh, sorry. And I'm distracted. Our divested? Is it divested? Divested friend is failed.
Divested.
Gloomful room. Gloomful room. At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that case, it is the superior option.
Sense.
Eh.
In that sense.
It's okay. You've not made as many mistakes as I did in Danganronpa, for God's sake. That was just tragic.
Just leave me alone.
Getting
Anyway,
late.
I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight. It and cost me not a penny. You! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes!
Oh dear. Okay. It's quite the animal, isn't it?
I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedamned!
Bedamned.
Susato, why are you looking at me? Susato, stop.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, just that. Blast! I forgot to have lunch. Darn it! We should probably go.
I can't defend on an empty
want to get
stomach.
He mentioned that once before,
I
didn't
suspect about being haunted, right? Being haunted in his lodgings.
he? Yeah, I think that's right. That his lodgings were cursed, I mean.
And there is much truth in Mr. Moustache's words.
What?
Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. What's that supposed to mean? Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you just said now? By what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed?
Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, I see. That's really agitated him.
You
Nervous?
don't mean...
No, I'm not nervous.
The
What a nervous man!
the trial really is cursed somehow.
Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey?
The Reaper? Oh no.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
Well done.
Please, tell me,
dear.
summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. Salient? It is salient, I think. Because otherwise it would be I.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is. I think that's right.
I was thinking salient, but that makes no sense because the I would be in front of the L. So salient, I guess. Salient? Yeah.
Okay, let's count. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever, except for the one that I did last.
Mr. Naruhodo, I probably wouldn't have said that.
What do you mean? He looks fine.
Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly!
Oh dear.
Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then...
Oh no, Susato, no, Susato, shush.
Susato, Miss Susato. Best not to mention the bit where he was burned to death inside the carriage in the courtroom, probably?
Yeah.
But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Uh-oh.
Mr. McGill did.
What?
Oh god.
Ah, I am impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us.
Oh, well, consider my last statement retracted.
Mr. Sholmes,
Yeah.
Surely it can't be that having failed to accuse... Surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zieks killed the man himself?
Oh no, he couldn't have, surely.
No! You have some wonderful notions.
Sorry?
He's Bagheera.
I was about to say that. I was about to say he is Bagheera. He just gets super startled super easily.
It's
Our cat we're referring to.
Our cat.
Well,
It's
one of our cats.
Yeah, you just do anything. You breathe near him, and he's so
And he
frightened
jumps
of
out of
everything.
this. He just jumps out of his skin.
His soul leaves his body on multiple occasions during the day.
His
bless
hair
him.
is even the same color as Bagheera's fur.
Well,
Yeah,
Bagheera's he's a black cat.
I would say more the eyebrows.
He's darker. Yes, the eyebrows.
He's a black cat.
The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
Oh, yes. Why, of course he is.
Ah, of course he is! Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis.
What on earth do you mean by that?
The Reaper.
Van Zieks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Ah, that's good.
This is like Edgeworth kind of just looking down from somewhere else, like, puff. I didn't get to say the line.
Oh, what? Sorry. That's what you get for putting in the memes.
Soseki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy.
As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. Common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated.
What? No, no, no. The public at large is well educated and reasonable. Right.
Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal. Contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail.
But it means the wrong... But it means the wrong verdict can be passed.
That it does, and sadly is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation.
And that's all right.
Well, I wouldn't go as to say that, but however, those indicted by Lord Van Zieks.
No, it's indicted. It is indicted. You were right the first
For
time.
God's sake, man.
Oh.
Is it indicted in American and indicted in British, I wonder? I don't know.
I say it's weird.
I don't know.
that
I just know it's indicted and...
I'm going to say indicted, but I'm going to check later. Those indicted by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh my.
Though the adjudication may see
Adjudication.
them... Adjudication, for God's sake! Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear.
Oh.
It is most striking. Disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen.
Wow.
Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo.
Wow. Welcome to London.
Welcome to London! I knew it. I'm a dead Dodo, done for, doomed.
Oh boy. This sounds charming.
He looks so tired.
Yeah, he's like me, pal.
When you said...
Jesus. just that came out of nowhere. Just blindsided.
do you also pull at your mustache when you're anxious, Sarah?
Well, I mean, not quite that luxurious. No.
Oh, he's even got a bow tie like Bagheera does.
He does, yes. It's not gold and sparkly, though, but...
No. Well,
Anywho, when you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garadeb's house, I assume? Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed?
it's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself.
Were you reading fan fiction at the time?
Oh,
That didn't take long, then.
everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside.
He really is me.
They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn until dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road, a week ago now.
Yes, why did you choose there? Like, honestly. Like, I feel like even living in a cardboard box on the side of the street would be better than that place. At least there wouldn't be a chance of it catching fire from a marital dispute. Anyway, it seems a little... inconvenient?
The rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "No, the room is cursed. Oops." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place."
Yes. Well said.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed, then?
Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole. My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death.
Is the cat sitting on him while he's sleeping?
And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street.
Oh.
I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits.
Oh dear.
If only there was someone, just one person on my side.
Yes, shame about that.
Can
just chin up.
no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really, no one at all.
Miss Susato, you're hungry. Oh, Miss Susato, we need to get you some dinner.
Is that your
yes.
tummy rumbling? I could hear it from all the way over here. Quick, let's go.
To believe. Yes. To believe.
To believe.
Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo. Pray, what can I do for you?
No, the other Mr. Sholmes. It's about the case on the SS Burya, if you recall.
The Burya. Ah, that case. The one with the snake.
Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate.
I did I? Interesting.
What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe me?
I see, yes. You mean... Because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room?
Well, if you like, yes.
I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite
Really?
simple, really. You said, I didn't do it.
But I could have been lying! Surely you must have had your doubts? You must have suspected me a little. I mean, Miss Susato did. She threw me several times.
And you kept handcuffing me at every moment.
I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I wasn't doing it because I thought that you might be innocent, but rather an interesting puzzle to solve. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me.
What?
You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. Oh, yes. Okay.
What?
Aliens exist because I choose to believe.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned.
But I could have betrayed your trust!
In that case, I would have made an elementary error I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion.
Meaning?
Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right! Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire! Could you please be quiet back there? I'm trying to make a point.
Whether or not I can believe
I'm
myself.
trying to make a profound impression upon this man. So can you please shut it?
Kazuma?
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
There we go. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
Oh, this beautiful memory that I just saw somehow. What a delightful image. What is his face? What is that face? the twitching.
You were so right, Kazuma.
I miss my boy.
Yeah.
Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me?
Oh dear. There is never enough time, is there?
I don't suppose that you might consider defending me, please.
Hello.
Mr. Natsume. If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I mean, I know you were very subtle about it, but I'd be happy to represent you.
What?
It's Sato, like, what the hell are you doing?
Nani kore?
No, Sarah. She's like, Nani kore? Nani?
Nani? Oh, no. I could kiss you.
Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
I could kiss you, sir.
As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday.
Oh, the kettle's
And
boiled.
although the man I was representing... What?
What did you say? The kettle's boiling.
Pete was literally like
Squeaking.
in the background. I don't know if it picked up, but it's like a bloody like old kettle squealing on the stove.
I was trying to like slowly squeal, like louder, like higher and higher.
And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial.
What to believe in. The defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out.
Yes.
I've decided I must believe in myself above all else. To trust my instincts.
Yes. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me, which is really just this katana, but still I will fight with it. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsume.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that you've wet this man's whistle.
You've buttered his biscuit.
That your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes, I think you're right about
And
that.
also...
Hey, a deduction you got correct.
And also because this game wouldn't really go anywhere if we didn't actually represent our clients.
It's been around.
Oh! Boom!
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see if the tea will overflow.
Wait, I don't get it. What's the... awful?
Roundabout, almost like a turnabout. But
No,
it's different.
okay.
It's been a roundabout journey, but I got not a tea in that kettle.
There's
a hole in the bottom of the cup.
There's a TARDIS of a teapot.
There's like a hole in the bottom of the cup and like a pump, and it feeds it back into the teapot.
But I got there in the end. Mr. Zato,
Yes?
would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court?
And then the smile fades away, and she's like, "No."
Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
Yay, I said it!
Hey, well done. Well done.
For once in my miserable little life.
Oh, that's mean. Miserable little.
The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. I mean, lad, it's only been a day. You could still feel a little sad that I was burned to death. Like, even a little bit. I don't feel like it's necessary to necessarily put the past behind you that quickly. No? All right, then.
And
Kazuma believed in me. And
no, I was just thinking this.
Were you
I was just thinking
thinking?
this like, God, I really ought to have took him. What was the word? Like, took him up on that pay, shouldn't I? Those
Oh,
wages.
God,
I should have really perhaps had them.
Interest free.
Yeah.
oh well, hindsight's 20/20 and all that. And Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. I think. I'm not sure if he actually does, but I assumed that was the conclusion I could draw from his metaphors. So it's time. Time that I'd learned to believe in myself. Can you teach me how to do that, Ryunosuke?
Yeah, me too, pal.
Can you please?
Me too, pal.
Please? Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him. To fight his corner. should be in his corner, but whatever. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster.
With all the strength
Which
with
isn't
all
much
my
because
strength and mustard.
Mustard.
I'm sorry, Taylor.
No, it's okay. All the mustard, all the spiced John I got with me.
Coleman's English, I should
Coleman's
hope.
English, come on. We are in Britain,
right,
you know.
We're British, you know.
My voice is dying again.
Oh no.
No. The ultimate despair has taken its toll.
It really has. I am in despair because of my vocal cords.
Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing in the sense that life will change from existing to not after the conclusion of it, but whatever. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning. Who's this gonna...
Look.
Yes, I suppose it could be. Good morning.
Oh.
No,
Oh, no,
good
it's-
morning.
No.
Good morning.
I suppose
Good
we are
morning.
in the lobby.
God dang it.
Mr. Natsume, Mr. Natsume, good morning.
I don't know why they have to do that thing where it's like a secret who says the thing and then the camera pans across and it's like, oh yes, the sudden surprise, guess what? It was our defendant.
Yeah.
Oh my god, his eyes are bloodshot.
Yeah, I like that they've, put the detail in.
Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
I have the early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
Yes, I've heard that expression.
But I really don't want to catch a worm.
I don't know why, but it really makes me feel uncomfortable when he does that expression with that movement and Susato's on screen.
Yeah,
It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Well, Susato doesn't look happy about it.
No,
yeah.
he looks like he's staring at her cleavage.
Her cleavage,
A little bit.
her dress, I guess.
Well,
Her
maybe.
cleavage, her clavage,
well,
in
not
a
cleavage,
kimono.
Her bosom, let's say.
It's not Danganronpa.
No.
There's no weird, convenient camera angles, Sarah.
And so I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink.
Sounds like me, pal.
Oh god, relatable painfully.
Now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
You know, it's always the worst when you get anxiety about not being able to go to sleep. And then you're laying there and you're like, okay, I really need to get to sleep. I gotta do stuff tomorrow. If I don't get to sleep, it's gonna really suck. And then you start to getting anxious about getting anxious. And then, it's the next day and you haven't gotten any sleep. It's like, I hate my life.
In a completely tone-deaf tangent, it's like when it's your birthday the next day and you can't, and you're excited for the next day to open your presents and you can't get to sleep because you're excited for the day, but you need to sleep so that it comes faster and you're not tired all day.
I mean, probably when you're a kid, but I certainly,
what do you mean?
I
What?
certainly didn't want to wake up early the other day when it was my birthday.
Well, what do you mean when you're a kid?
I don't know, the joy of
I mean, I'm with Pete. I get the same. I do the same thing with like Christmas and my birthday. It's like there's something I really want. It's like, can't sleep.
I don't know. I just don't want to get older, pal.
I suppose.
Do all literary people take things so literally?
Do all literary people take things so literary?
Literally.
No, I know.
He's
But it would have been funny if it was.
taking the mic.
Do all literally people take things so literary?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the balance! I'm too terrified to tremble!
Well, you're doing a good job, pal.
But I shall proceed to tremble.
Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor.
I can't do this! I can't take it! Although, locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Yes?
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera, and there were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I. Great. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Zato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
Well, I mean, she's been with him the whole frickin'
It's like-
time. How's she gonna suddenly know
Well,
of
it's
something
like-
extra?
It'll be like Herlock will have gone onto the streets and been like, Hey, there is a court case of great intrigue going on today. Find out what will happen as the Reaper of the Old Bailey goes against a lawyer who only has 1 day of court experience. Today only.
That would be funny.
Maybe Iris published it in Ranst magazine.
Oh, that's
I'm wondering because the fact that he's a foreigner and he's like stabbed somebody who's British on their soil.
Oh, okay.
They're
yeah.
like, we must see this
It's an
notorious
international
villain
incident.
of a Japanese man.
These
because,
evil Japanese.
because the casual racism that happens.
That's
in
right.
amongst
Oh
all
look,
of
and
this.
look, they'd have a Japanese lawyer defend a Japanese man. Rare.
Yeah, that will probably play into it as well.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it?
And don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose that could
That's
be.
that too.
Lord Van Zieks? Is that right, Mr. Zato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning. And yes, Lord Van Zieks is on the front page of every one.
Oh, okay, no, that'll do it.
Aye. So you lied to me. I knew it.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he?
Flashback. I knew it! I knew there'd be a flashback. Oh no, it's not the flashback I was expecting.
I think it's still
It's
probably still
Renosuke
so.
The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zieks' return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking. And they're all speculating various answers.
Mundane? Mundane? It's the most significant saga of the century, to some of us.
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, it's you.
Me? Well, I suppose that's true.
Both times, it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper!
Please! I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers! Unless you count Mr. Zato, who throws people, but I don't believe she's killed anyone yet.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks, Thanks for that.
Oh, this is just my luck! Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune?
I could have not
By
represented.
the least lucky lawyer alive!
I could have not represented you, Guy. Jeez.
Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you.
Ah, yes, well, well,
Did I?
anyway, did
Oh.
I? Are you sure? Perhaps you're mistaken.
Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight at your corner. It's okay. It should be in your corner, but whatever. I will fight your corner until the bitter end. And I will believe in you, Mr.
It's
Natsume.
possible that Ryunosuke is just sort of making a reference here, but obviously from Japan, perhaps he doesn't quite get the reference, and so did it as a mistake. Taylor, maybe?
No, I think you can just say that if you just want to shorten it down. I
Yeah.
will fight your corner for you. It's, yeah, you can just take it, take the in out.
Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
If you say locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, one more time.
It's getting as bad as like freaking like
the other one, yeah. We've
Maruko.
got another.
The 16th student, the
Mukuro
ultimate
Ikusawa.
despair hidden
Yeah.
somewhere within the
Yeah,
school.
Mukuro Ikusawa.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
Oh no.
Sorry, it's that, but also how he sort of just rotated.
Yeah.
Just how he sort of like warm, like he was just like on a turntable.
Susato does it as well, and I have to not laugh. It's just warm.
Yeah. Like, oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Miss Mikotaba Esquires. I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this.
Oh, Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense.
Yeah, I missed the rest.
The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
All right then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Yes!
This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper.
That's not the Reaper.
I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in
How
me.
long do we think it'll be before, like, into the trial where things happen and it's like, oh no, he's definitely guilty. He's
I
definitely
can't do this. I can't do this.
Oh, no.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight.
Editor's note: he wouldn't
not
be ready
ready.
for this fight. And that's when he knew.
He couldn't do it. Because we're not allowed to swear.
Yeah, I know. He effed up.
He effed up.
You're about the courtroom.
Da-da-da. Oh, there they are. There they are. There she is. There she is.
Cheers.
Oh
That's it.
no! Bruce Fairplay
Oh,
is
is it? Yeah.
back.
I didn't see him.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecute.
The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you mind? The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
Oh my god, that was deep.
That was impressive. The defense is ready, my lord.
The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Sorry, what?
Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur.
Still beat you, though. I mean, do you have a point?
Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try and help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Oh, well, that's a bit rude.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description.
Susato-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
I like how you just pause it without even looking
Yeah.
at them. It just looks straight ahead. It's like, very true. And most fascinating, if dark. Trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate, violent end.
You would know about that, wouldn't you?
You might say that in the end, he got burned.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle.
They like that word.
No, what, they've said it twice now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
Oh, yes, there he is.
You'll never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
Oh, God. She's like Betty Boop.
yeah, I suppose.
She is.
It really is.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Wait, is that the Hatter
It does
guy?
look like
It does
him.
look like him. I don't think it is. He's very similar, though.
Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Is that? Yes,
I'm
it is.
afraid to say, I think it's quite possible that moustache foreigner did the deed.
Oh,
Oh no! I can't. Oh,
no.
I don't. No. Okay, so
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Eh?
No, I was gonna say. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Like it.
I said, what are we waiting for?
Very well. Let us proceed.
But before we proceed,
What?
I'm afraid we're out of time.
Excuse me. Do not interrupt me. I
I'm
am the
sorry,
ju-
my lord, but time has run out.
I know it was all because of me messing
Court
about with
has
that one guy.
It's okay.
But yeah, if you like what we do, why don't you consider giving us a little thumbs up? It's always great. It's really helpful. And hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified when we put stuff up. It really helps us out, and we really like to see the number go up, so we'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if you want, or not. It's also nice, and
up
we
to you.
try to respond to stuff. And we'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one.
See you later, guys.
Take care, everybody. And, try not to, get accused of murder.
Ramble.